Hey guys, this video is a video I've tried to make for a while. Every time I record it, it kind of comes out like I'm being condescending, but that's not really what I mean. I'm trying to make a video to compile the positives and negatives of doing an LS swap in a Mopar, and I hope that this brings to light a lot of things that people may not realize about the swap. Started on the video. I posted up in the community section about doing a giveaway. I'm still working on that. I'm hopefully going to announce that the first of the year, or maybe a little bit before that. I'm just working out the legalities of state and federal law and doing a giveaway, and the gambling stuff about it. It's pretty complicated, and I just want to cover my butt from being sued over it. So my thoughts post LS swap. On these old cars, it's really a thing of how much you value the car at. I obviously wouldn't recommend a swap on something that's valuable like a Cuda or a Barracuda. I'm sort of on the fence on if I would even recommend the swap, because this isn't like a bolt-in swap like a Nova or a Mustang would be, and I think a lot of people think it is, but it's not. And I'll kind of try to highlight a few things that you have to do or have to get creative on. I would say mainly there's three groups of people that do LS swaps. There's a guy that wants to tune and build everything, or even if it's a bolt-on thing, he wants to, build the hot side and everything, which is what I did, build everything for the car. There's people who want bolt-in and order a box tune or get a Holly or whatever that'll help you out with tuning. And by far, an aftermarket ECU is the way to go if you're going to go with a power adder. But I digress. Then I would say there's a third person, a third type of guy that is just going to not want to figure anything out and just take it to a shop and have it done. On a financial aspect of it, I don't think I would ever do a Mopar. And the third type, I don't think the second type of buying mounts is an option. This isn't a common swap, no matter how many people ask about it. It's not going to take, I don't think it's ever going to take off like a Fox Body or a Nova or something to that nature. I guess I'll kind of go over. Not everybody wants to build engine mounts. Not everybody wants to notch their K-member. Not everybody wants to shave the underside of their firewall. Not everybody wants to modify their mount for their torsion bars. Not everybody wants to build, buy, or modify an oil pan to make it work. Not everybody wants to build their own hot side. So this may be an unpopular opinion, and I hope by now a lot of people that watch my channel know that I'm very open-minded. I'm not one of them people that go around and badge up my car, LS swap, rub it in people's face, post it on the internet. For the most part, I think I will post this video in the Mopar group, because if people with an open mind will see this, and I'm going to say some things that people from the LS swap the world group isn't, they're not going to agree with. But circumstantially, the LS is not the only engine that will make power. My opinion, I think that with all these new ECUs and stuff that are affordable, EFI systems, it makes a lot of the older engines relevant. Like you could put EFI on a 360, a small block Mopar, a big block Mopar, a Ford, a 302, an old small block Chevy. I mean, there's so many engines that are now relevant again because you can adapt EFI affordably. Like that Terminator X that I have is $1,000. I don't know what the universal system for the Terminator X costs, but it's a lot easier if you're a Bolden type guy where you just want to buy mounts and throw it in. These cars, you can swap a big block or whatever, and you can buy parts for that. If you have to buy a K member for an LS swap and a Mopar, I think they're around $2,000, and so I can't remember who makes the swap K member, but I think AJE is one of them, and they're $1,800 to $2,000, I think. You can argue that point if you want. I don't really know or care. I'm never going to go to an AJE. I plan on going to a strut style Mustang front when I do eventually plan to upgrade. For that amount of money, it kind of closes the gap on affordability of the LS versus building whatever power plant that you already have. If you have, say, a small block or a big block Mopar, you can put a decent set of heads and lifter on for that amount of money. Buy a good ECU for it, and you'd be within a couple $100, I think. Whether they're going to be as reliable or as efficient as an LS, that's to be determined. I don't know your specific build. Obviously, a newer engine is going to be more efficient, more fuel efficient. And a lot of the newer stuff is probably, people would say more reliable. I would argue that you could make an old engine reliable as well. I don't want to get into a super long debate on it, but that's what my opinion is. I think if you have to buy a K member, a mount set for the trans, I would look at converting your engine that you have or swapping something that's readily available to an EFI system. As far as going with like this car to a new Hemi, I'm not really a fan. You've got to put a lot of money into a Hemi to make them reliable, and that's also a big debate. It's not, they're just more expensive to make reliable. The lifters and stuff, and the cam is about twice of what an LS is. So I guess my thoughts post LS swap. I like the car. I'm putting another LS in it, so obviously you guys know that I'm not going away from the LS. Would I ever do another one from scratch? Probably not. I'm a hot rodder. I don't really care about numbers matching, obviously. I don't care about, people saying the Hemi's the best engine. It rules top fuel. That kind of mentality is just, you're brain dead. There's all the manufacturers make something that's good. So to sit there and say that Hemi is best, Mopar is best, Chevy is best, Ford is best, they all have really good aspects. So much respect to the Hellcat and what it's done, as well as the Demon, especially for the weight it carries, is very impressive. As far as Chevy and GM, they make affordable power. It doesn't really matter if you want to argue that the LS is trash, small block Chevy is trash. It's still the most swapped power plant that there is. Has ever been, has ever will be. Their transmissions are affordable to build. The Turbo 400 and the Power Glide are the main competitive trans that anybody uses. Ford's always made a really good rear end. Their small blocks are also very competitive. People talk trash on the 302. They say it splits down the middle. Is it a myth or not? I see a lot of small block Ford stuff that is making probably a lot more than my setup will make. People can say aftermarket block, whatever. I try not to get into a whole argument because people waste a lot of time worrying about which engine is better and then never do anything with their swap or never do anything with their car. They just are eternally on the internet arguing about which is better. Everything has its place. I think a lot of people are mad that you don't numbers match. I've never been that guy. So I don't really want to hang you guys up too much longer. I want to say Merry late Christmas, and thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. Make sure, if you guys are still watching at this point in the video, make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification and type and change it to all. Like I said, we're going to be doing that giveaway soon, so that'll make sure that you see it. And I'll see you guys on the next one, which will probably be the giveaway now.